We have created a test cases till the second requirement. Good enough. So let me open the requirement document once and then let us see these details. So here I'm opening the requirement document and I'm just navigating to my third requirement. The third requirement is related to the company details where you can capture the company information here. Okay, where you can capture the company information here. So now in this screen, if you scroll down, it will display what are all the fields we have in this screen and how much values it should accept. All these things it will display here. So what I need to do right now, see here guys, I will tell you some examples so that you guys can tell me the negative test cases. So they have defined that company name is a field which accepts a string argument and a maximum 20 characters are there and it will accept alphabet, numerics, and it's a mandatory field. Mandatory field means without entering the value, it will not let you to move further. Okay, that's what it was defined here. So what I'm going to do right now, my test case, see here. Okay, so here, test case 0006. Okay, verify company name field with valid data. So it means enter 20 characters. Enter only alphabets and numerics and successfully enter value into the field. Right? User should enter a value into the field successfully. And now verify company name with special characters. See guys, they told me that the company name is accepting as per the requirement. The company name is accepting only alphabet and numerics. Now, so I'm entering a special characters. Error message should display. And company name as per the requirement, they marked it as a mandatory field. And here verify without entering the data into company name. Okay, without entering the data into company name, what it will happen? Error message should display. And another requirement related to the company name, they are saying that 20 characters it should accept. So the negative test case, what I'm doing, verify company name by entering 22 characters or 21 characters and check. Okay, so even in this case also, error message should display. Got it, guys? The negative test cases that I have defined for this company name field or any questions on this? Now it's turn for you. Deepa, tell me the negative test cases on the company email IDs field. So what are, see the requirement. Email address is a string and it's 20 characters and it's a mandatory field.
Yeah, if we'll give more than 20 characters, it will show error message.
Okay, that's the first negative test case. What about the second negative test case?
It should be it's mandatory. So
yes,
if you didn't type any email ID, it should display error message.
Yes, that's good. Perfect. Good enough. Okay, good. Done the deal. Next, Gayatri, can you please unmute yourself and tell me positive test case for this contact person details? Just the positive test case first, followed by a negative test case. Both I want you to tell. No idea, Gayatri? Fine, done the deal. Satyendra, can you please unmute yourself and tell me the negative test case and as well as a positive test case for this contact person field? Satyendra?
So for contact person, positive will be like we will use alphanumeric
Yes.
value.
Yes.
Negative
Alphanumeric.
can be opposite.
Yes.
We can
Without
let's
entering
say we are
alpha.
only using numeric value, that will be negative.
No. Without on top of anything other than alphanumeric. So it's accepting both alphabets and as well as a numeric. The combination or individual alphabets or individual numerics it will accept. If you enter a special character something, it fall under a negative test case. And another negative test case is it's a mandatory field. If you are not entering any value to that, it's going to be a one more negative test case. It's accepting 20 characters. If you are entering beyond that, it's going to be another negative test case. Okay, good. Done the deal. And then Shobhan, can you please tell me the negative test case for this contact number? A negative test case for this contact number, Shobhan. Can you please unmute yourself, Shobhan? Would you like to try or you just want to skip it?
No, sir. It's a mandatory field. If you don't enter anything in that field, it will show negative error. And contact number is always in numbers. If another than any numbers, it will show an error.
Yes.
And
yes, perfect.
String length, I think in India it will be cut string length.
10 digits basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, maximum 10 digits. Okay, yes, that's fine. 10 digits, it should be only a numeric and it's a mandatory. If you enter anything other than this one, it's going to be a negative test case. See, one thing basically, whatever the company name I have explained, this logic would be one and the same for all the fields. It's not going to change. Whatever the logic I have explained, it will be common for everything. Okay, good. So this one, Deepa, can you please try this company logo field? The requirement is saying that company logo accepts only image and that too it should accept only the PNG file itself. Can you please tell me the positive test case for this, Deepa?
Yeah, it should be image. It displays only image in that
Yes.
What will say that PNG. If
Yes.
it displays only image, that is one positive test cases, and if it's only, it should be PNG
Yes.
type. Yeah.
That's fine. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so the thing is, it will accept only the PNG files. If it is other than anything, it shouldn't accept, which falls under a negative test case. Okay, that's fine. So this is the way how exactly you need to derive your positive test cases and as well as the negative test cases. Is this point clear for everyone how to write down the test cases now? Now,
yeah.
The next screen here, the verification screen, it will display the text. Only whatever the information you have entered, it will display just a text, followed by a next button and a back button. Do we have any negative test cases here? You guys can unmute and you can tell me. Do we have any negative test cases here? Only the text is displayed. You need to verify whether the text got displayed or not. That's it. Any negative test cases? As per the thumb rules that I have explained, if there is only the static text displaying, we no need to have any negative test cases. Only the text displayed or not, you will be verifying that falls under a positive test case. And even the last requirement, the confirmation screen, also it displaying the static text, nothing else is there. So we can treat it as a positive test case on this. Okay, good enough. Done the deal. Now, assignment for your practice. So I have explained the test cases for the registration portal. I haven't written few test cases and I haven't written a few test cases. So the registration portal, how many requirements are there? write a test cases for all the requirements. Okay, write the test cases for all the requirements. And then the admin portal, the user flow, how many requirements are there? Write down test cases for all those requirements. That's it. You just need to write down the test cases for those requirements. This is the assignment for you. Roughly, this application has around 20 plus requirements are there. I want you guys to write down the test cases for all these 20 plus requirements. Just give it a try. Start it first. As many as you can, write down the test cases from your end. I have already shared the project documents with you all. This project documents has a software requirement specification document. In that document, starting from 2.1, it's going to be it's going to be this particular requirements. Start writing down the test cases. Okay, done the deal, guys. Let's take a pause here for today and let's continue the topic in the next session.